Before we get into the content, there will be a quick One Piece overview for those who are unfamiliar with the story. About 800 years ago, a great civilization was wiped out by an alliance of 20 nations. This alliance then created world government and erased this dark history. It is then called Void Century. Before being annihilated, this civilization had left behind imperishable poneglyphs, which had recorded cryptic information and spread it all around the world. The One Piece map is divided into 4 seas: East Blue, South Blue, North Blue, and West Blue, which are separated by the High Mountain Red Line and the Sea Route Grand Line. Surrounding 2 sides of Grand Line is Calm Belt, a calm sea without wind or currents, and there are countless of enormous sea monsters called Sea Kings. Boats usually can't get past here, except for marine boats, a world government force with exclusive equipments. From the 4 seas to Grand Line, people have to go through Reverse Mountain. About 20 years ago, a man named Goldie Roger was the first person to successfully circumnavigate Grand Line, so he was honored as the Pirate King. Due to an incurable disease, he surrendered to the Marine and was executed. His last words about the great treasure One Piece drew everyone's attention to the sea, and from then, the great age of pirates begins. Monkey D. Luffy is the main character in the story. When he was a child, he was raised by the bandits in Fuchsia Village. Luffy met Shanks, a red-haired pirate, whom was a visitor at the village. Luffy then became acquainted with one of the pirates' booties, Gomu Gomu no Mi Devil Fruit. He ate it by accident, which gave the eaters super strength but also took away their ability to swim. After eating the fruit, his body stretched and Luffy became a rubber man. One time when Luffy was in trouble, Shanks sacrificed his left arm to save the boy. Seeing the undeniable similarities between Luffy and his former captain, Roger the Pirate King, Shanks decided to give him his straw hat, which had stuck with him through many battles, along with a message: "Give it back to me when you have become a great pirate." This sparked Luffy's desire to become the next Pirate King. After Shanks set sail, Luffy formed a brotherhood with Portgas Diaz, son of Pirate King Roger, and Sabo. During one of his sailings, Sabo was shot and his boat exploded and was believed dead. Then, Ace set sail before Luffy, whom went to sea at the age of 17. Luffy met Kobe, a guy who was forced to work as a servant on Alvida Pirate's boat. In order to free him, Luffy defeated the ugly fat woman Alvida. Kobe knew that Luffy was recruiting more members for his crew, so he introduced him to a pirate hunter, Roronoa Zoro, who was being held captive in Shellstown. Zoro was captured by the Marine because he helped a little girl who was bullied by them. When Luffy understood his situation, he decided to rescue him and persuade Zoro to join his crew. At the very moment when the Marine was about to execute Zoro, Luffy showed up to take the bullet for him without a scratch. Because Luffy is a rubber man, bullets can't hurt him. Then, together, they defeated Captain Morgan and the Marine. Afterwards, Zoro, from a pirate hunter, he became an official pirate. Kobe, however, chose to stay at Shells to become a Marine, so he said goodbye to Luffy and Zoro. And so, an undisciplined idiot and a road-blind swordman set sail on a big ship. On the way, Luffy was taken away by a bird to Orange Town. There, he met Nami, who then took advantage of his stupidity and used Luffy as a replacement for herself, handing him over to a clown, Buggy. Thanks to Zoro's timely arrival, Luffy was saved from the clown. They went to a devastated town to rest up from the injuries caused by Buggy testing his new weapons. They were disgruntled by this injustice, so the Straw Hats returned to kick Buggy's ass and restored peace to the town. During the battle, Buggy recognized the hat Luffy was wearing, as he used to be a member of Roger's crew and one of Shanks' close comrades. Buggy hated Shanks because he accidentally made him eat the Bara Bara no Mi Devil Fruit, costing him his swimming ability. After defeating Buggy, Nami promptly stole some of his treasure and a map leading to Grand Line. She temporarily cooperated with the Straw Hats, and together they went to Sur Village. There lived a liar named Usopp, who often rumored that the village was under attack by pirates. This was due to the fact that in the past, his father Yasopp left his family to become a pirate, causing Usopp's mother grief and death. Yasopp is currently a marksman in Red Hair's crew. Usopp also usually told fictional stories to make Lady Kaya happy, a girl confined in her villa by a butler, Kuro. This man murdered her family and was planning to kill her when she had signed the inheritance contract for him. Usopp and Luffy happened to know his sinister plan, but when they told the villagers, no one believed him, not even Kaya or his 3 disciples, because everyone knew Usopp was not a bad liar. On a day when Kuro pirates carried out their plan to assassinate Lady Kaya, the Straw Hat pirates and Usopp together stopped and exposed Kuro's plan in front of her. They finally took down Kuro's gang. To thank the crew, Kaya's new butler gave them a big boat called Going Merry. Then Luffy asked Usopp to become his comrade as a marksman and a ship patcher. Realizing that the crew didn't have a chef, Luffy decided to head to the famous oceanic restaurant, Barati Restaurant. The owner of the restaurant is a famous pirate named Red-Legged Zeph, with his shrewd chef is Sanji. Zeph used to be a well-known pirate for using his leg to fight, and was also the man who saved Sanji's life when he was young. In doing so, Zeph sacrificed one of his legs and left the life of a pirate behind him. Luffy accidentally shot down the restaurant's roof, so he was forced to stay and serve as a waiter to pay for his debt for over a year. During the time Luffy was serving, a beggar came. He was Jin, Don Greek crew's vice captain, who has just returned from Grand Line. Jin was in pieces after his encounter with the world's strongest swordsman, Hawkeye's Mihawk. The staff refused to serve because they were afraid that the crew would attack the restaurant when they recovered. But Sanji sympathized the hungry man. He understood that money couldn't fill up an empty stomach, so he fed Jin. After he left, Jin dragged his other crew members back to the restaurant and begged for food. When they finished eating, they turned on Sanji and demanded to take over the restaurant. However, Luffy stood up and requested to take care of those ungrateful pirates in repaying for his debt. Before the battle even began, Mihawk arrived at the restaurant to chase away the Don Greek's gang just for fun. With only one swing, the world's strongest swordsman split the giant ship in half. Witnessing the whole event, Zoro got so excited that he challenged Mihawk to a sword fight, since he knew that only by defeating the world's greatest swordsman, he could become one himself. However, to Mihawk, Zoro could see no further than his nose, and that he would defeat Zoro without breaking a sweat. Losing the battle, Zoro turned to face his defeater and said, "Scars on the back are a swordsman's shame." Respecting the will of a true swordsman like Zoro, Mihawk bestowed the finishing blow upon him with the world's strongest black sword. Nevertheless, Mihawk did not let Zoro die and said that one day he would surpass him to reach the top. Back to the battle with Don Greek, the sinister pirate wanted to win by hook or by crook, even if that means sacrificing his own crewmates. He forced Jin to kill Sanji, his savior, but he couldn't do it, so Jin was shot with poisonous smoke. Fortunately, he was still alive. Disgruntled with the cruel captain, Luffy rushed to attack him, regardless of whether he had spiked armory or explosive spears. With his will, Luffy defeated Don Greek and paid off the restaurant's debt. He also recruited Sanji as his new chef. Before departure, Sanji left an emotional goodbye and went off to pursue his dream, finding all blue. While everyone was fighting Don Greek, Nami stole the boat and treasure back to her hometown, Kokoyashi Village on Kokomi Island. She used to live happily with her adopted mother Belmir and her stepsister Nojiko, until the Along Mermaid pirates came along and took over Kokomi Island, forcing the villagers to pay taxes or die. They claimed that mermaids are greater than men and are destined to dominate humanity. In order to save her daughters, Mother Belmer sacrificed herself because her family could not afford to pay taxes for all three of them. Nami held a grudge, but in order to save the village, she joined Arlong gang and started scheming to save up 100 million belly so as to buy her village back. After robbing the going merry, she earned nearly 100 million belly, but Arlong shook hands with the marine to steal her money. Enraged, she tried to find Arlong to clear things up, but ended up being powerless. Nowhere to turn to, Naomi begged Luffy for help. Despite being betrayed by her, Straw Hats were touched by Nami's story. Therefore, the whole crew decided to kick Arlong's ass and bring Nami along with the villagers. Though Zoro was still wounded from the fight with Mihawk, he defeated Hachi, an octopus that will later become their friend. Luffy defeated Arlong and destroyed Arlong Park. Their action moved Nami and inspired her to officially become a Straw Hats crewmate. With the map in hand, they were back on track and continued their voyage to Grand Line. After defeating Arlong, Luffy is wanted for 30 million belly by the world government. Along the way, they visited Lounge Town, also known as the Town of Beginning and the End, where Roger the Pirate King was born and executed. Here, the members separated to buy individual items. Then, he met Dashigi, whom looked a lot like Zoro's childhood friend, Kuina. While he was a pirate, Dashigi was a marine. Zoro bought another cursed sword and was given a precious family heirloom sword by the shop owner. Unfortunately, Buggy's alliance along with Alvida dragged Luffy all the way to Lounge Town to take vengeance on him. Then, Alvida ate a super Numi fruit, making her body slippery and looking real thick. Buggy was going to execute Luffy at the same location where Roger was killed. Suddenly, a bolt of lightning struck him, saving Luffy. A storm was approaching, and the crew quickly got on the boat to get away. However, Luffy was captured by Captain Smoker, who ate a Moku Nomi fruit. But thanks to his father, Monkey D. Dragon, he was able to flee with his friends to Grand Line. Before ending the video, I would like to provide more information about the devil fruit. This fruit gives the eater extraordinary strength but takes away their ability to swim and weakens the eater when they are exposed to seawater. And the fruits are very valuable in the market, even up to 5 billion belly each. There are 3 types of devil fruits. Paramecia gives the eater extraordinary strength. This is also the most common type. For example, it turns Luffy into a rubber man and to allow Buggy to split his body. Logia give the user the power of natural elements, like controlling and transforming their body into a specific element, as Smoker ate the Moku Nomi fruit and became a smokeman. Zoan gives the eater the ability to transform into and enhance the power of an animal. This fruit will make its appearance in the following seasons. At the end of Season 1, the 5 members of Straw Hats say goodbye to East Blue Sea and continue their journey to Grand Line, pursuing their hopes and dreams. Stay tuned for the next summary to see what dangers and pitfalls they will face, and who will be the next member of the gang. Thank you for watching the video. If there are any animes you want to see on Anime Summary channel, please let us know by leaving a comment down below.